Alright. Alright, we're doing this again. Back to streaming, because why in the literal heck not? So, welcome to Minecraft Xbox 360 edition. Because apparently, you people that watch me do this can't get enough of me playing Minecraft. I love that. Truthfully, it's freaking awesome that I get to do this stuff and you all deathly enjoy it. So, yeah, Minecraft therapy time. What's up, Desi? How you doing? Oh, jeez. Here we go. Alright. There we go. A little more extra sound. How you guys doing? Hope you're all enjoying your Easter and stuff. The only thing I don't like about this version is the camera's a little weird. Other than that, this is probably my favorite version of Minecraft. It's just, it's different. And for those who had played this version before will understand what the literal hell I'm talking about. So Minecraft, when it first came out on the consoles and stuff, was initially released on the Xbox 360 in 2011. And it was an instant success. Well, the computer version of this game came out in, like, Jesus, 2009? 2009? I want to say 2009. And it was an instant hit. It was fantastic. I never played computer Minecraft to that degree. I always wanted to. That's a full-face lie. I actually played I played computer Minecraft before, but not to the, like, the flat-out degree. Ooh, iron. Not to, like, the flat-out, like, degree of I played it, like, every freaking day. Because it didn't. Oh, hey, I'm glad you're doing this tonight. I have the kids in bed. Hubby's doing this thing, so I get some time to unwind her. I appreciate you taking some time to join the Department of Nonsense and unwind with me tonight. Truthfully, I want to get back into doing this. Streaming. Particularly on this game. Because I like playing this game, truthfully. I really do. Particularly, like, survival Minecraft in particular, like, I can download the game or put the game in and, do some stuff on here. So, the reason why I haven't, because I have like 3 different versions of Minecraft. I got this version. I have the PlayStation 5 edition, which is I'm not gonna lie, it's not my personal favorite. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you my favorite version. You know what? I will. I will tell you my favorite version is. I personally like the 360 version a lot more. So if I had to pick a favorite version of Minecraft, and oh, that's the end of the world. If I had to pick a personal favorite version of Minecraft, I'd probably take the 360 version, and I have a very good reason why. So, and you'll probably, and those who will watch this clip will understand what I'm talking about. When this game first came out, you're probably in like middle school, high school, when you're watching this. You would get home from school, you would shower, do your homework, and the whole 9 yards, and you rush everything to get done so you could go hook this game up. And there was nothing better. Because at the time, creative mode did not exist. Creative mode didn't exist at that time. Yet. So it was this game. It was this mode. It was survival mode. And it was awesome. Because you would be doing this stuff. You'd be mining. You'd be digging all sorts of stuff. You'd be digging all sorts of stone and iron and coal. And it was a great time. What do you mean the mic isn't working? What do you mean the mic isn't working? What do you mean? Ah, crap. Hold on. Caster Pro Stereo. Oh, Jesus. Jesus. Because I can see it, Tez. Jesus. I can see it. I can see where the audio is coming from. I can see it. As I have the powers of this studio where I'm able to see where everything's going on. Jesus. All right, anyway. So, my personal favorite version of Minecraft. I personally like the mystique and the simplicity of this version. The 360 version. Which in this case is called the Legacy Editions. Because I remember coming home from middle school and high school at the time, and I would rush to get home. I'd finish up football practice, do homework, shower, or shower first, then do homework, and then rush into the basement and play the 360 and hook this game up. Like, listen to the music. Listen to music. Listen to that. Isn't that awesome? Isn't that just fantastic? It was so simple. Like, when people say things like gaming has changed, or, you know, gaming isn't what it used to be, that's partially correct. Because not only has, you know, gaming turned more profitable than it's ever been, but also, like, the people that are playing the games have gotten older. And, you know, us as a vessel have grown to such a point to, you know, that inner child feeling of, hey, I get to go home and play, you know, Minecraft on the Xbox 360 after doing homework. That feeling is you know, I hate to say it, but it's gone. But you always get memories. And I can appreciate those memories every day. So, yeah, it's just, that's, I guess, where I stand on a lot of, I don't know how to word it, like gaming content, gaming creation, stuff like that. Because, you know, I stream. I stream from time to time, and I want to get back into it, truthfully. But now I have sort of time to be able to do this. Oh boy, it's night. Yeah, back in the glory days where everything was, you know, survival mode. And, you know, fight to the death. Essentially for everything. Oh my god, it was so simple. Back in the day, this was just so easy. And so ungodly simple. I miss it. I'm not gonna lie, I miss the good old days. Because truthfully, truth be told, truth be freaking told, and I mean this, and I don't know if everyone's gonna understand what I mean. I wish we grew up, but I also don't wish we grew up. I don't know what I'm saying makes a slim of freaking sense, but I cherish the good days. I appreciate everything that happened in my life back then. Part of me wishes that I didn't grow up. Which I know is like kind of stupid. But like I wish I could go back to when everything was so simple. Like the servers for the 360 have since, you know, well, the online servers at least have shut down. Which stinks. Because I wish we can go back. I wish I could go back to the good old days of, you know, this game. And where everything was so simple. You know, we didn't have to work all the time, or you just relax and not all these worries. But that it's kind of like a double-edged sword in that way. Like, yeah, there are some things in my childhood that I miss. It's kind of a double-edged sword because I miss my childhood. I do. But then there are some instances where I don't miss my childhood. I'm not gonna freaking lie. I don't miss the bullying part of it. I miss coming home and texting friends and blah blah blah, seeing what the hell they were doing and stuff like that. Yeah, simple is better. You're absolutely right. And God, it was just so simple back then. It really was. It was so simple back in the day. Where we could go home and jeez, where's the freaking seeds? Good God. Oh, there we go. More saplings. I need those. If we could have the best of both worlds. Yeah, absolutely. I wish we could have the best of both worlds, truthfully. But I also like to think of it this way. If I didn't grow up, I wouldn't have met my wife. That's still weird. How we've been married for 3 weeks, and it kind of... This is so stupid, but it kind of still doesn't feel real. Where it's like, holy crap, I'm married. We still have to talk to our friends over landline. I was at the very end of that. We had landlines growing up. We still do. I still have landlines at my parents' house. And I remember the phone bills. Jesus. Of course, this was before, the internet was as big as it is now. And, Twitter wasn't really as big of a thing as it is now. That's one thing I do miss. And I'm not going to lie when I say this. I miss when Twitter back then was just us making jokes. Like us making absolutely stupid jokes. And I kind of miss that. I really do miss that feeling where it wasn't just, oh, politics this, politics that. It's like, I don't freaking care. Stop pushing me, jerk off. Jesus. God. Oh my God. Oh, how many saplings do I have? 22. That's freaking amazing. All right, cool. Yeah, it's going to be surreal for the first year or so. It really is. We're not officially going to be moving in until like this week, which is great. Because, we got to get the pets over here and stuff like that and blah, blah, blah. Which is going to take a wee bit. It's going to take a wee bit. That's a wolf. Don't hit the wolf, please. I don't need BS on my play right now. I really don't. Oh, man. Chickens. Man. Ooh, apple. I like those. Those are nice. Ooh, 2 apples. Yay. Oh, boy. Everything has become so polarizing. I hate that for my kids. I would, if I was in your shoes, I would too. Truthfully, I can't wait to have kids, but I also can wait. If that makes sense. I joked about this with my wife for a while. Like, if I had the opportunity to choose, the gender of my first child to be a girl, 100% to be a girl dad. Like, I'd be a girl dad first, 110%. But I also know that I want to enjoy my marriage first. And I think everyone and their mother would agree with me on this. I want to enjoy my marriage probably for, I don't know, we talked about this before. We were like, oh, when do you want kids? I'm like, probably like 2 or 3 years. Truthfully. If we had the opportunity to check. Jesus, Christmas. Does it take sticks? Does take sticks. Oh, hell yeah, that's awesome. Cool. Yay, sticks. Woo. Alright, what do I need? Whoop, whoop. 2 sticks and a rock for whole platoon. And we had to share the rock. That's a Halo reference for those who get it. Oop. Gotta get down. Down and dirty. Down and dirty on the ground. How many pickaxes do I got? 2. Yeah, cool. That's awesome. I got my laundry going in the background. So if you hear a little chime noise, that's what that is. My device 2 or 3 years too. Yeah, so I'm gonna. Jesus. There's the dryer. No, it's the washing machine. Never mind. We talked about probably 2 or 3 years. Because I want kids. Truth be told. She doesn't want kids right now. Because she wants us to enjoy our marriage. And I'm in agreement with her on that. I'm not going to tell her age. I'm not. Because I don't want to get punched in the face by my wife. See, I understand what you're saying here. We didn't wait until after marriage, but we also had a longer relationship. Yeah, I get that. I get that point. I get that. I do. Ooh. There we go. There's the end of that pickaxe. Where's my iron one? There you are. In this version of Minecraft, the iron tools were the second best tools in the entire game behind diamond. So if you found iron and you're a crazy person, do yourself a favor and get iron everything. Because iron everything is awesome. I will defend that till the end of time. I'm also a fiend. And in my creative worlds, I built iron everything. Because, it looks awesome. No age reveal if you value your life. Yeah, true. It's very true. It's true. It's true. It's true. That's very true. I value my sanity too, and I'm sure she values my sanity also. Oh boy. Do 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 banana bus. Hugo Weaving is 66? Wow, I didn't know that. Wow. That's crazy. I didn't know that. He's 66 today. Wow. I remember when he was, Elrond in Lord of the Rings. Your birthday's on the 11th? Oh, hell yeah. Good freaking deal. What are you doing for your birthday, Des? What are you doing? No. I didn't do a whole heck of a lot of anything for my birthday. I'm also a guy, and I really don't. This gonna sound stupid. I didn't value my birthday for a long time. Because me personally, I really didn't see the importance of my birthday. I was also like incredibly depressed during, a majority of my life. This was the thing about, growing up and stuff. When I was growing up, I dealt with a lot of, depression or depressed episodes or whatever the heck you want to call it. I was unsure of what I wanted for my life, and I'm pretty dang sure that a lot of people in high school, middle school too especially, would agree with me on this. I was so not caught up with a lot. I just didn't know what I wanted to do in my life. I wanted to get into radio in high school. I was also lonely and miserable, where all I wanted was to be, loved and appreciated for, me as a person, and not just, as I'll just say it straight up, I was the punching bag throughout a lot of high school and stuff like that, and I really, that dealt with a lot. That did a lot for me in a bad way, where I didn't see the value of myself, and I took it out of myself, truthfully, where, I was, harming myself and blah blah blah. It wasn't a great time, and truth be bloody told, there were times where I, questioned my own existence and stuff like that, like what is the purpose of my life and stuff like that, blah blah blah. And gaming was my peace, which it was. And I thought everything was okay because I had my video games. I had the GameCube at the time and the Xbox 360 edition of Minecraft. I thought, okay, nothing else in this world matters because I have all this. And if that's the case, cool. Then I don't have to worry about anything else in my life. And I'm perfectly okay with that. My one regret that I have about growing up in middle school and high school at the time is I wish I wasn't so socially awkward at the time. But then again, it's kind of like a double entendre in that way that, yeah, it happened. Everything happened in my life happened. There's nothing I can do about it now because it was the past. So the best thing I can do in that particular case is to accept everything as it is and move forward. And if that's not growth, I don't know what is. I never know what they have planned. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, that's the beauty thing of my wife is she's got a creative brain. She really does. I can always count on her to have a creative sense of direction, as in, she's got something planned in that little brain of hers, which I love that. She'll joke about some stupid stuff here and there and say things like, "Oh, I'm never creative," blah blah blah, which she does. I don't know if she's ever said that. Maybe it's just me talking on my ass. But same point. I love her to death, and I wouldn't want anything else in the world than to spend the rest of my days with her. Truthfully. I wish we had met sooner. Seriously, I wish we had met sooner. Because that would have solved a lot of friggin' problems. It really would have. No, I'm serious. It really would have solved so many problems back in the day. Oh, crap. Wrong button. There we go. I would have solved so many problems. Like, you have no idea. Well, yeah, it's... I think accepting for what happened is... I think is good. Truthfully. I'm not going to sit here and say that I was stinking perfect, because god dang I wasn't. I'd be the first person to freaking tell you that I was not, Jeez. I think there's a lot of growth. Being able to accept what happened as fact and be able to move on from that. Well, yeah, true. I think it's a halfway decent way of thinking about things. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I wish things turned out differently in my life. Crap. But then again, I also am man enough to accept everything as it was and not how it should be. I'm going to commit the cardinal sin of Minecraft right now, and that's dig down. Oh, don't ever do this. Oh, man. Why would I ever do that? Oh, okay, I'm good. There, we're good. That's fantastic. Do. Shit. Nope. I said a whoopsie. There we go. Crap. I did a thing I wasn't supposed to do. Okay. Do that. Do that. There's a lot of things I regret, truthfully. I regret a few things about my life. Man, for one, I wish that a couple of relationships or friendships didn't end the way that they did. I know a lot of people that have dealt with regrets on different occasions here and there. And they've all said the same thing, which is, I wish things didn't end the way that they did. Like, they regret. It's weird. There are some friendships that I'm not going to lie, I miss. I miss a couple friends of mine that, yeah, they were dicks, especially towards, the end. And, a lot of it was my fault. Well, not a lot, but some of it was my fault. The fault was definitely split down the middle, but I don't like to look at things as like a dick measuring contest. It took me a long time to accept the PPD I suffered from after having our son. It was one of the few times I actually wanted to. Jesus. Oof. Oof. Yeah. There are times I still feel that way. Truth be told. I don't wish death upon anyone. Truth, swear to God. Yeah, I can't imagine just that. Feeling that way. I can't imagine that at all. I can't imagine, what you were going through at the time. Good God. Like, I'm not gonna freaking lie. There are times where I felt that way too. Just wanting the suffering to end. And you can't. Sometimes. And that sucks. It sucks, truthfully. Because, I live a half-decent life. I ain't gonna lie. It's not a great life, but it's a pretty good life. Ish. It's a half-decent life-ish. And there are times that, truth be told, that I wish my life ended up differently. We may not completely relate, but I know dark places can get super dark. Oh boy, yeah. Yeah, big time. And part of me really does wish things ended up differently in my life. You and I probably relate differently, but one thing that I can probably guess is I think we both wanted our pains to end in different ways. And if we had the opportunity to, say, this is a question I've asked myself. This is a question that I've asked myself before, and I've asked like different people on the show before, which is, if you could go back in time and change one or two things about your life, would you change them? I think without hesitation, I would say yes to a couple of things. Because of everything that happened, how those situations ended. I wish they ended and resulted differently. Because it's one of the couple things I regret the most. Those who know me well enough will know the story. But those two things would probably be the two things that would change the most. Now, I can also, instead of living in a world of regret, I can live in a world of perspective and go, okay, yeah, whatever happened at that time happened. I can dwell on it. Or I can learn from it. And I can learn, hey, because these things happened, that I'm a better person because of them. In certain situations, yes, it's kind of messed up, but depending on who you are, it could either be messed up or it could be life-changing in that way. I don't know, it depends on the person, truthfully. Boy. I like doing these. I like doing these little therapy sessions for myself. Yeah, I know. I know, Des. I know. And again, this is like a perspective way of viewing things. Because, you and I have different perspectives of viewing things. And that's okay. I'm not going to tell you how you should live your life because, you know, what the hell do I know? Not much, but I know enough to know that everyone's life is different in that way. I believe I would still be the core person I am today. I hear you out. I do. I hear you out. And there's really no way of knowing how. And I don't know if that's for better or worse. That's for you to know and for me to not know. Because, you know, you and I are different in that way. Would I be the same person today? I don't know. Because so much happened to change my perspective on life. Truthfully. So much happened. Uh, like, oof. Dang, a lot happened. Certain events I wish never happened, but then again, it's a weird perspective game. It really is. It's a weird game of perspective. But like you, I can accept it happened and live life with the perspective that I'm not a victim but a survivor. There you go. That's it. And I think that's a good way of viewing life. Not as a victim but a survivor. You know. I don't have the answer to everything. And I know that. I think I have different perspectives on things as opposed to different people, and that's fine. I hear lava. I also broke my pickaxe. Well, crap. Time to go back up. Do 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 do. Boop 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 boop. Is it daytime or nighttime? It is nighttime. Oh, God. Hi, buddy. Is there more of you? There is not more of you. That's fantastic. Time to go to bed. Ooh, want me to do that? All right. You know what would help? If I got some iron. There we go. Yeah. That's fan-bloody-tastic. I like Minecraft, I really do. Ooh. Ooh, how many sticks do I have again? I have a lot of freaking cobblestone. Good God, man. Jeez, I got a lot of stuff. I got almost too much stuff. My God. Maybe this crap. Oh my god. I don't have enough stuff. I had too much stuff. Man. Crap. Well, crapples. Alright. Crapples. Damn it. Sucks dick. Oh, you suck. There we go. God dang. Oh my god, I hate people. Alright. Figure this out. What do I got one block of? Move you out of the way. Jesus. Too many chests. God dang. Bruh. Wow. Wow. Hold that thought, Des. Hold that thought. I will get back to you in like a split second. If you could go back and give your preteen self insights that would aid you later on without reliving any specifics, what would they be? Oh, Jesus. Oof, good question, Des. If you could go back and give your preteen self insights that would aid you later on without revealing any specifics, what would they be? Crap, that's a good question, actually. Oh boy. I would say probably don't search for treasure. Let the treasure come find you. That's probably what I would say. Because there were times, well, get specific here. There were times where I was in really bad relationships that I probably shouldn't have been in. But then again, I'm man enough to admit that they probably should have happened. Because then I could teach myself the meaning of perspective in that way. I think I purposely went through all of those relationships at that time. Because, truth be told, I didn't freaking love myself. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't. I didn't. I didn't love myself at all. I was miserable. And I'd be the first person to tell you that. I was bloody miserable. And if I could, in theory, tell myself what I would do differently, would be, for God's sake, stop going on those dating apps when you were younger, and let love come find you. That'd be the first bloody thing I would say. And it would have been the hardest thing for me to learn. Truthfully. Because I'm not gonna lie, I was young and stupid. I was young and stupid. And we all were. We all were, truthfully. And had the had circumstances been different, I would have done something different or not as dumb. But then again, you learn from your mistakes. So, that'd be what I would say. Oh, boy. Perspective's weird, man. It really is. And fate's weird. Fate's probably the weirdest thing of all, because, you know, you learn from mistakes, but also, like, fate teaches you things that you're really not supposed to teach yourself. Like, oh God, that could have been bad. I think those relationships and those friendships at the time were meant to teach me stuff. They're meant to teach me, hey, here's how you surround yourself with different people. And these are like a lesson in that way. Which is weird. A very weird way of thinking about it. Because I think when you're young and stupid, you have no idea what you're going through at the time. You think everything's fine and freaking dandy. Until it's not. And then you're crying miserably, drinking yourself to sleep every night. Oh, stop doing that, you stinking cave noises. God. Jesus. Ooh, we got news? Okay. Alright, that's interesting. I don't need to know that. God, why is it taking so long to dry freaking laundry? God. God, you people stink. Where's the lava? I hear lava. I don't know where it is, though. Which means there's diamonds nearby. I'm very excited about that. That is very exciting. I don't know where I am. That confuses me. Ooh, coal. I need those. There's lava nearby. I don't know where it is, sir. I hear it. I hear it. I hear where you are. I'm either right next to it or right below it. I don't know. And that terrifies me. Ooh, boy. Let me tell you something. There's nothing scarier in Minecraft than lava. Because that means you are either very close to diamond, or you're just like, oh my god, this is scary. Found it! I think I'd have told younger Desi to not seek approval of or not to chase the attention from others. To be satisfied with who you are and love yourself. Yeah, it's probably... That's probably a lot better than mine, I'm not gonna lie. Again, this, competition speaking wise. Oh, this is terrifying. This is scary. I'm scared. You know what the worst part about tonight is? I have work tomorrow, and I'm not happy about that. Ugh, where's gravel when I need it the most? Oh, I have dirt. I'm stupid. Alright. Oof. It's a diamond in this place. Where is the diamond? And I'm looking for it. Oh, the one time I want freaking gravel. Oh, wow. I can't speak. Apparently I can't speak because I'm too freaking stupid. Alright. If I were diamond, where would I be? You're scary. I don't like you. I broke my pickaxe. Oh, man. Good news is I have more. I think too. Maybe to be careful where and who you make your investments in. Yeah. That too. That too. Oh, is that iron? Oh, you are. You look like iron. It's because you are iron. Well, you're a big one. Ooh! 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 I know you are. Ooh! I know you are. You are very much helpful. You are very much helpful. Ooh, I'm getting close. Ooh, I'm getting close, and I very much appreciated that. Where do I go? Down? I want to go... I want to go down. I'm scared. Scared I'm going to lose all my stuff. Actually, do I have a full inventory? I do not yet. This is good. We're chilling. We're chilling. Okay. Full inventory it is. Dang it. I haven't noticed it up there. Cool. Alright, we're going back up. Don't fall in. God, I can't stress this enough. Where do I go? Alright, cool. We're going up here. God. Nah, no diamonds yet. Sadly, not yet. Oh, God. Nope. 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 Don't blow up my crap. I need that. I need that stuff. What was that? Hey, buddy, what you doing there? Hey, buddy. Yeah. Fantastic. I need you in my den, boy. Fantastic. Alright. I think I'm done for the night. That's okay. Alright, guys. I'll talk to you.